The war between Iran and Israel is becoming more and more dangerous with each passing day, and particularly deadly weapons are now being at the center of the attention. The cluster bomb. Now, this weapon has caused massive destruction, and recently, one such bomb was reportedly used by Iran to target a hospital in Israel. As the conflict intensifies, many countries are rushing to evacuate their citizens, and global leaders are being forced to make tough decisions. But what exactly is a cluster bomb? Why is it so dangerous? And lastly, why can't Israel's world-famous defense systems stop it? Well, to understand the seriousness of the situation, let's first look at what a cluster bomb actually is. Imagine a large missile that doesn't carry just one explosive, but rather dozens or even hundreds of small ones that is packed inside. When the missile reaches a certain height, it bursts in mid-air, scattering these mini bombs known as bomblets, and that too across a wide area, almost like a deadly rain of metal and fire. Most of these bomblets explode upon hitting the ground, but some do not. These unexploded devices stay hidden and they can later be triggered by people or even animals, making them extremely dangerous even after the war, which is over. Now, these type of bombs is designed to damage a large area and is specifically hard to defend against. That's where Israel's problem begins. The country has one of the most advanced missile defense systems in the entire world, with technologies like the Iron Dome, David's Sling and Arrow system, which are designed to detect and intercept enemy missiles mid-air. However, these systems are built to stop single large objects, not hundreds of small ones, which are falling rapidly over a wide region. Once a cluster bomb bursts, its bomblets start falling. Even Israel's high-tech defenses struggle to catch them all. The use of cluster bombs have already sparked global concern now. More than 110 countries have signed the 2008 Convention on Cluster Munition, an agreement that bans the use, creation and storage of such weapons. But some of the most powerful nations, including the United States, Israel, Iran, Russia and China, have not signed it. So this means that they can legally use cluster bombs, and many of them. For example, in 2023, the United States sent cluster bombs to Ukraine to help defend against Russian forces. In the meantime, both Russia and Ukraine have accused each other of using them in the battle. In recent days, the conflict between Iran and Israel exploded further after Israel launched a direct military operation called Rising Lions on June 30. This operation targeted Iranian nuclear and military sites, and Iran responded immediately, including by launching a cluster bomb strike on a hospital on southern Israel. This has prompted strong reaction in Israel. Defense Minister Israel Katz have even gone far as calling for direct military action against Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, blaming him for the hospital attack. Amid all this chaos, countries around the globe are now racing to rescue their people. India has already evacuated 110 Indian citizens from Iran, and planes are underway to carry out similar operations in Israel. In the meantime, Japan has safely evacuated 90 of its citizens, and Australia has closed its embassy in Tehran, urging the officials to return home quickly. The war is no longer just between two nations, by the way. It is drawing global attention and putting many lives at risk. In the meantime, in Washington, President Donald Trump is under a lot of pressure to decide whether or not the US should step into the war. Well, in a recent statement, the White House revealed that Trump will make this decision within 2 weeks, while also leaving open the possibility of diplomatic talks with Iran. However, Trump has been very firm on one point. Iran must never be allowed to build a nuclear weapon, and if the diplomacy doesn't work here, military action remains an option. The entire situation shows us that cluster bombs are more than just military tools. They are weapons that create lasting fear. Even after the last missile is fired, the land that they fall on remains dangerous, specifically for the civilians. The use of cluster bombs by Iran shows how this brutal war has become, and it also highlights a worrying fact. Even the most advanced weapon system in the globe cannot always protect against the unpredictable threats of modern warfare. As nation watches closely and brace for what's next, the shadow of these deadly bombs continue to spread.